I'm sitting at home and I get this email. And it's from someone who claims that they're with NASA. And they go, hey, we got this astronaut. His name's Mark Van de Hei. We do this program where if an astronaut wants to talk to someone, we'll put you two in touch, and you can FaceTime with him while he's in outer space. And I'm going, is this like the new Nigerian prince scheme? You know, like,
what do you need from me? Just access to my bank account. No big deal.
At what point do I hand over the credit card?
Right.
So, but I go, okay, because it's at nasa.gov. I'm like, okay, that seems.
They could spoof
legit.
that though.
I'm sure they could.
I've gotten emails from me.
At NASA, Joe at nasa.gov?
No, back in the day, I got an email that was from my website, from an email that I don't have.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
That's wacky.
Yeah.
But I go along with it, right? And so they set up this video conference. I have to download this special software, and I'm thinking, this is where it comes in, right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, I'm waiting for this guy to show up, and then bam, there he is. And I know it's not a long con because the dude is floating in outer space. He's up in the ISS. So he had read The Comfort Crisis, my last book, and just wanted to chat. So NASA will do this to sort of give astronauts a boost to talk to someone else, anyone they want to talk to. And what came out of that conversation was that he is up there for the sole purpose of getting information that can hopefully help us live on as a species should we have to leave this planet and go find another.
Mm-hmm.
But sort of back to what we were talking about, for him to do that, he has to put in this mind-body effort to go get that information, right? He literally has to go up into outer space to figure these things out. And he talked about how oftentimes when he will come back home and he'll go to schools, he'll go to universities, he goes, at some point in every talk, I had this run of like 30 talks, where at the Q&A, someone would always ask me if the world is flat. And he goes, I did not know how to take that because I would kind of just, no. And then they would start to fire off facts. And he's like, yeah, but no. And so I think that with minimal barrier to entry, you can find information that confirms your worldview and just follow that strange rabbit hole, even though it's not leading anywhere. Right?
Yeah, that rabbit hole is the wildest one. That there's been this long-standing conspiracy to deny the fact that the Earth is flat, to hide it and obscure it, and that all of these space agencies all over the world are all working in cahoots to try to perpetuate this hoax.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you when he won around the ISS and showed me the place over Zoom, and then two, at one point he flips the screen and shows me the Earth, and at least in that instance I can tell you that it was round.
Maybe it's just a disc.
Could be.
That's what a lot of the in deep people think. They think it's a disc. I think it's all a religious thing. They think that they're going off of some passages in the Bible where they refer to the firmament, and they refer to like they believe somehow there's like this dome over the Earth, and that the stars are just lights, and the reason why the moon landing is fake is because the moon is not real. I read that one today. I was like, oh boy. And then some people think that stars are fake. They don't think space is real. They think it's all a con by Satan or someone, and then that all these space agencies are in cahoots with Satan, which is really wild if you think about, like, did they deny satellite? Like, how much did they deny? Did they deny satellites? Like, do you believe in DirecTV? Is that a satellite? Okay. Do you believe that the satellites are taking photos? Are they taking any? What about the weather patterns? What about their ability to discern weather patterns as they move across the globe? What about the flight patterns? What about the fact that you could actually track planes as they go around the globe? Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah,
I mean, Japan has a very sophisticated satellite system where they're taking high-resolution photos of the Earth like every few seconds, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, a few people do that.
Yeah.
There's private companies that do that.
And they think that's bullshit. That's all lies. But it's like, what do you have to, like, what are you getting out of that? Like, why would they do that? I don't understand what they think the motivation is.
I think that some things are complicated in life. And I think that humans really like certainty. So we are a species who just craves certainty. There's actually some fun studies where people will choose to get shocked by an electric zap rather than wait to see if they're going to get zapped. Like, just get it over with because I want to be certain about this thing. And so I think that a lot of conspiracies, even though they seem complicated because, you know, there's the board with the strings going everywhere, at the end of the day, they give certainty to something that is uncertain and is complicated. And that can sort of be relieving. You go, okay, well, this world being flat doesn't jive with my worldview. I think XYZ, this doesn't make any damn sense. And then you can go, oh, well, what if it's flat? And then there's like sort of this trail you can follow online where at the end it goes, bam, you got it. You're good to go.
I think people are always looking to find things out that they've been lied about. So I think they believe, they don't trust the government. They believe, you know, various conspiracies like the Gulf of Tonkin, ones that have turned out to be true. And then they go, oh, okay, what else? What else? And there's something very exciting about it. Also, a lot of the people that are really into it for whatever reason, I don't want to like stereotype, but a lot of them are unsuccessful in other aspects of their life. They might be successful in one thing or something like that, but there's something about it that like leads them to want to be the one who uncovers this truth. And I think it's like it plays on the mind. Like we have this desire to go and find things. Like that's part of the explorer gene or whatever it is.